What is going on, guys? Johnny on the track back with another video. Apologies, I have like this two like little hairs that are sticking up. Can't get them down. So it is what it is. Yeah, we're back with another video. Tough go at it at Atlanta. But nothing. If you've been watching the show in the first two episodes of the betting show so far this season, I mean, we had Atlanta locked down. Like we had every single driver that was fast, right? Cindric, I believe, led the most laps, had him outright. Ross Chastain, I gave you, was my favorite money line bet. How'd he look? Amazing. Hendrick Motorsports was our winning team that I gave out. How'd they look? Look at Larson, look at Byron. Heck, Larson almost won the thing, so that would have been a great win for us. What else? Obviously, Ford winning manufacturer. They dominated like 95% of that race from Cindric to Blaney to Joey to Barry to Gill, and like all those guys looked great. So we had everything going for us. Um, and then, Larson gets tangled with Cindric, and Blaney falls back from an incident. Elliott goes out of the race, and sure enough, I think if that thing stays green, I think Larson figures out a way to get it done. They throw the caution for some bums in the back wrecking, and sure enough, you get a loss like that, and they sting, they suck, but not losing confidence at all. We had that covered. We had every single driver that was fast was on our card last weekend. So it just happens like that. I've had worse ones than that. I think of last year, that Truex Hamlin, when Truex like led just about every damn lap in that Richmond race. Late caution comes out, and Hamlin beats him on the restart. And then Truex goes like rage mode. So, we it happens, right? It happens. Good for Bell. He's one of my favorite drivers. I think he's gonna have a really, really big season. We'll be able to bet on some Bell wins this year. I look at New Hampshire and Vegas coming up. I think Bell's gonna have a big season. So anyway, I am super, super, super confident this week with Circuit of the Americas and NASCAR heading to their first road course in Austin, Texas. Very, very confident. I think we're going to have a great week. I think we are going to win big. And I think we are going to, really cover all our bases to make sure we'll net money this week and net a lot of money this week. So excited for that. If I just want to say thank you to everybody who has viewed the first 2 weeks of the season. Record number. We almost hit I think we just under 1,000 views was the previous betting show. That's the most viewed betting show on this channel of all time. So excited about that. Let's break it this week. Let's have the most viewed. And when we do, we're gonna win the most money as well. So most viewed, most money won. I'm feeling it. Let's do it. So with that, I will now get in to the bets we're looking at this week. I want to start with this is near bet of the year contender. I don't want to call it bet of the year just yet. If you watch the show, you know the rules. The bet of the year, you get one bet of the year a year. Yeah, one bet of the year per year. And if you hit it respawns, if you will. You get another one. But once you lose that bet of the year, that's it. No more bets of the year. That's how I do it. I think maybe some people do that as well. But that's how I run bet of the year. So we're close to an early bet of the year, but I'm just not ready to crown it that yet. But stick with me on at JOTT_podcast on X, Johnny on the Track on Action Network, for the final betting card. Maybe we will call it a bet of the year when it's all said and done. But it's Chevy to win, Chevy to be the winning manufacturer. Now, this line has not dropped, and I'm very interested on both why it hasn't dropped yet, as well as what the number will be. I think if it's plus money, you immediately take it. You immediately take it, no questions asked. You throw 2, 3, 4, 5 units on Chevy to win. if you just look at this year, Chevrolet in their road course program, I'm going to name you some of the names that are covered if you were to bet Chevy to win at plus money. SVG, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, William Byron, Alex Bowman, Connor Zilisch, Ross Chastain, AJ Allmendinger, Michael McDowell, Carson Hocevar, Daniel Suarez, to name a bunch. Okay, so you've got your Hendrick boundaries covered, and we know how good Bowman is at this track. I think every year that Coda has been in the Cup Series, Alex Bowman is at a top five. He is terrific. You've got last year's winner in Byron. You've got SVG. You've got Kyle Larson. You've got the new stud Connor Zilisch, who honestly I'm not very high on, but still Chevy covers that. You've got Ross Chastain, who won the inaugural Coda race. You've got AJ Allmendinger, one of the greatest road course racers in the history of the sport. You got Michael McDowell, who's a stud on road courses, coming over from Ford and Front Row now to Spire. You've got Daniel Suarez, who almost won Indy Road a few years ago, and won at Sonoma. So really, really confident of Chevy, just covering the bases of what you can bet there. And if that is plus money, ladies and gentlemen, you've got to go after it. You've got to be aggressive and go after the board there, because that just to me it feels too good to be true. So I wouldn't be surprised. Like honestly, I feel like it's going to be a minus 150 to minus 170 bet. I'm hoping not, because there still are some Fords that could win this race. There's definitely some Toyotas that could win this race, which we'll talk about. But man, if Chevy gets plus money, you've got to go after that. So Chevy to win, winning manufacturer. That's my favorite bet of the weekend. I just got to see the number on it. Okay, number two, Tyler Reddick. So if you do Chevy to win and Tyler Reddick, you've pretty much covered all the best road course racers in the circuit. He's plus 700, so he's 7-1. I actually like that number. Didn't have a win last year on a road course, which I think by his standards he would probably say was a failure. But he did have fifth at Coda. He's won at Coda before, top 10 at Sonoma. He had that famous late charge at Chicago, but just ended up missing a corner. So finished second to Bowman at Chicago. So I just feel like he's going to get one this year. I'll be betting on Reddick throughout the duration of the season at these road courses. SVG is the guy that the books are taking as the favorite, and then Connor Zilisch is right behind him. So it'll be tough, with guys like SVG, with AJ back full time. You got this new stud in Connor Zilisch. But I think he's going to get one this year. And, I think, what is there, six on the circuit now, 5 or 6 on the circuit. So I think he'll get one. And I like Reddick this weekend at plus 700. And I think he's probably going to be the fastest Toyota. So Reddick, I like Bell as well for the number 11-1. I would just take his outright. I wouldn't really mess around with anything else. I think it's great value to get Christopher Bell at. Three best Toyotas this week, in my opinion: Reddick, Bell, and Ty Gibbs, who I'll talk about shortly. All have great value. Bell obviously just already locked himself into the playoffs with his win at Atlanta. So now it's just let's go win. Let's go have a 4, 5, 6 win season. That's what Bell wants to do. So I think, he can be on a different strategy than a lot of the other guys. Going for the win, doesn't really need the points. So I like Bell a lot here. I like Bell a lot. I think 11-1 is a really good number to get a guy that has won road course races, has his confidence at a high right now coming off last week's run. So Christopher Bell, 11-1. Ty Gibbs is another guy. I think the number is 20, but let me make sure. Let me make sure on DraftKings. I want to get the most up-to-date number for you guys, as I always do. So the number for Ty Gibbs at this moment is 18-1. So I think his top 10 will be right around even money. His top 5 will obviously, net you a good amount of change as well. Gibbs needs points. He needs points. He needs a good finish. He's still hunting his first career win. He's got 16th in the Daytona 500 and 32nd at Atlanta. Those are his 2 results so far. Not good. Not good at all. Clash performance, if you remember, for Ty Gibbs was weak. Just not much has been going right. for this team so far. So I like Ty Gibbs to just have a good, solid, clean run. I think if you like that number, you can go after it at 18 to 1. You might be able to shop around, find it closer more to 22. That's what Kyle Busch is at. Alex Bowman's at 20 to 1. So honestly, to me, Ty Gibbs, you can probably shop around and get him in that number. And if he qualifies, let's say eighth. I think that number slips back a little bit, quite frankly. So I like Ty Gibbs a lot in this spot. I like him more for like a top 10 and a top five. Just because, like I said, I think he needs a clean race to kind of get his season jump started. And so with that, I feel confident going after Ty Gibbs. And then the final guy I'm going to look at is another Toyota. So high on Chevy, high on Toyota. That's what it looks like for me this weekend. I think the final card maybe might have some kind of longer shots, right? We might look at Michael McDowell at 35 to 1 at this moment, like 35 to 1 to get Michael McDowell to win a road course. Like it's a pretty damn good number. But I'm gonna throw out the name Chase Briscoe. And I'm gonna ask myself and you all, and it's a rhetorical question, but like, what does Chase Briscoe look like in this 19 car on road courses? I think we all have to ask ourselves that question because for a while, like he was in that category of like the road guys, right? The guys that can do it on. He was in that Reddit conversation, that Larson, yeah, I guess that Larson conversation of like not true road course ringers, but guys that really can do it all, right? Can do it on the mile and a half, can do it on the short tracks, can do it at dirt, and can do it on the road course. So now you're putting Chase Briscoe in reliable, good, solid equipment, and I think he's getting overlooked. The number for Briscoe is 30 to 1. So, and if you remember, this 19 car dominated a road course last year. So, my guess with the 30 to 1 number is he'll probably be around even, maybe even plus 150 for a top 10. I like that value. I like that value for a guy that at one point was considered one of those road guys, one of those guys that can get it done. He's won Xfinity Series road races early on. His first year, his rookie year in Cup, he nearly won at the Indianapolis road course. I believe he has he has a sixth place here in his career. Finished 13th last year. Just one top 10 on a road course last year with SHR, but again, SHR equipment. He has had some good solid runs in his career at road courses in the Cup Series. I'm just saying, keep an eye on him. That's all I'm saying. Keep an eye on Chase Briscoe at 30 to 1 to have a good solid day. Another guy at this point that like needs to find a way to win with that huge points penalty. Luckily, he still does have his crew chief, James Small, who again has won on road courses before. So I feel confident about that. And I think this tandem in this duo rather is going to start to get hot at one point. And why can't it be this Sunday at Circuit of the Americas? So the one thing I will say, and I want to again, I always want to get to the most up to date stuff for you guys. I did see some weather stuff, partial, or yeah, possibly on Sunday. Now I look, it's supposed to be 73 and sunny, but let's keep an eye on that because it at one point there was looking to be like Sunday was going to have some rain involved. So that could always affect things as well. But really, really confident about what we're giving out. So Chevy to win, and then a lot of these Toyotas to prop up and get your money lines at with Reddick, Bell, Ty Gibbs if you want it. I'd rather prop him at top 10 and top five. And Briscoe, love him for a top 10. And then if you want to take that flyer on Briscoe at 30 to 1, might as well do so. And the other guy, like I said, I would look at least try for McDowell at 35 to 1. I think that's a very fair and good solid value bet for Michael McDowell. Now the question is, how does he adapt with Spire? This is new equipment. This will be a new setup. But he's got his same crew chief, and we know what Chevys can do on these road courses. I mean, even look like at a guy like AJ, right? Where on mile and a halves, cars aren't fast. Short tracks, cars aren't really that fast. but Chevy, road course, AJ always seems to compete. I'm going to put Michael McDowell in that same category for 35 to 1. So those are the bets. Those are the guys that I'm telling you to target this week. Like I said, feel very, very confident that we're going to have a great win this weekend. Once again, thank you guys all for watching. Appreciate it. It means a lot that this year we're starting out really, really strong in the viewership category. So thank you. Want to always know what you guys think. So any of the new viewers, let me know what you think. Put your bets, put who you're targeting in the comment section below. Give this video a like. It goes a long way for the channel. If you love motorsports, if you love motorsports content, hit that subscribe button down below, and we'll see you next time. And of course, let's win some money.